Good morning. This is Cecil Blues. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Darkest Dungeon: The Crimson Court. Things are not looking so good. We are on week 7. We've got a lot of stress, and we don't have a lot of money. We've got a couple people getting stress relief. Our lower level units are kind of hosed here. We are going to send out also our infected units are thirsting for blood, so they need to get blood in order to stave off their hunger. If they do not go out on a mission, they die. That is my impression. So craving is just like they're craving, and then Kinna, she's not craving yet, but Dismas, he is wasting, and if we don't send him out on a mission, then he will be in trouble. So we're going to go out to the ruins for a medium level mission, and we're going to bring a couple of shovels. We're going to bring food, definitely. That's going to be rough. We can bring blood. The blood doesn't cost us gold. Let's bring... I'm going to bring 6 torches. That is not a lot of torches. In the ruins, what's going to pay off? Let's bring 2 skeleton keys and hope that pays off. And that's all we can really afford to bring at this time. And we're just going to have to hope that we start making some positive progress in our gold. And what we can do is we can start sending out weak teams on suicide missions, and if they make it back, great. If they don't, who cares? But I don't know, I like to keep my heroes alive in the early game, and see if we can succeed where that's our goal, to keep people alive, instead of it being our plan to sacrifice units.
The fiends must be driven back. And
Now, this is...
and the seat of our noble line.
Crimson Curse wasting. I didn't bring the blood. I didn't bring the blood. What have I done? Oh, this is terrible. So, these guys are probably gonna die now. This'll help. This could save us. Alright, we'll start here. And we'll see what we can accomplish. We'll work on the back row. Those heal, though, so we need to be a little bit more careful. I don't have any attacks that I can do. Going to refuse a heal. This should definitely pick up a kill. Actually, it might have died. It probably would have died there if I would have ignored it, so... we might have been able to take out the insect. Our flagellant is buffed up by Rapturous. These things are moving fast. Do we have a cure? No, we don't. We didn't bring any with us. I think we will just attack. Alright, that's dead. And then we can smite the supplicant.
Decimated.
Leaving just that sycophant in the back. Which will probably come up here to heal. I'll do some healing. I'm not confident it's the right call when we've got the flagellant there.
It is the weapon that cuts on its own.
He benefits from taking some damage. A bombing run. Alright, it inflicts a bleed. Oh. It did something. I think it attacked someone in the team. I wasn't real clear on that. Alright, we got a blood. So there There, he's had some blood. That's very good. We want to get some blood now on Reynold, or else he is going to die. We have to complete 100% of room battles. We've just barely started. You need a bandage. Yeah. We get a torch. I would like to hopefully run into more of those enemies to get some more blood. That was a huge blunder on my part to not bring the blood. Bleeding for 7. Let's do a grape shot. It should allow the stress giver there to bleed to death.
Slowly, gently.
And then with our Vestal, we can do a single target heal. Right into the old gods, going right where it needs to go. Tempting Goblet is stacking up stress pretty heavily on our Crusader. Fall behind me and test your flesh. Alright, still good. Let's put the bleed... Well, I mean, this is not going to get a bleed. That's for sure. 3 damage. 3 damage. I think we can kill those both with a grape shot. Perfect.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled.
Well, let's get a buff here from the suit of armor. Oh, instead he picked up a runes tactician. I was expecting to get the buff until camp. I'm happy with the runes tacticianer this early in the game. Right into a trap. If only we could get some scouting. There's a thing we can use a key on.
If only treasure
Totally
could
worth it.
staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Alright, what is in our next room? Nothing. What is scouted ahead? Nothing important. Let's see what this curio is. Alright. Let's go ahead and use this. And also, we kind of want to do this fight because we want more blood. So, we don't know what fights are going to have representatives. Alright, wounding himself, that's fine. He could now heal. Let's go ahead and do that. Very nice.
The will to fight.
It makes him weak. Okay, we do have some damage coming in. How much of a weakness was that? Minus 30% damage, but he's still got his rapturous buff. I'm not completely certain where that comes from, but or what that does. It is causing everyone else stress. Let's try and get a double kill. Yes.
Another one falls.
Then our vessel is going to need some healing, so we'll hopefully get a chance to do that this round before we finish off the skeleton. Not looking good, though.
Obliterated.
Skeleton down. I mean, still looking good. We'll give her some regular food. Stop that from filling up our inventory. Nothing in this room. And, of course, no scouting, because we're... Oh, we did get a respawn trap, though, so let's see here if we can make use of that. 70%, 100%. Let's disarm with 100%. Dismas needs some stress eliminated anyway, so that's in our best interest. I am very concerned for Renaud entering his wasting away status. So hopefully we will run into our friends from the Crimson Court one more time over the course of this dungeon, get some blood, and drink it up. There's a hunger check. And everybody kind of is in this position. Yeah, we've got 3 people here who have the thirst, and now he's wasting. Yeah, I know, you need the blood. Alright, we have now fully backtracked to the beginning. We only have 2 torches remaining. So this is going to be a rough dungeon. We will be able to pop the torch, or camp in order. What? Oh, she's craving now. Alright. So we have 2 people who need blood. And again, we'll keep our torches up until we run out. And then from there, we'll camp. I left the books behind. I don't like the books. Let's go for the spider in the back, and then. All right, we're just gonna single target these down. Vestal gets a chance to heal herself. Fortunately, she doesn't decide or decline to get her own healing. A very strong fight.
Success, so
But oh, all right.
Merely a trick of
Yeah,
the
he's got to
light.
check this out. Okay. What? I think he was trying to get, like, he would have activated it if Dismas wouldn't have. Is what that meant. Okay, no combat still. No scouting. Craving. Okay, we are in trouble. There is loot here.
Waiting to be spent.
Great. And our torch starts to run low. Maybe we could just eat these guys? Hold it, trend fixes. Oh, he's passing. He's just he's thinking about the blood. He has to have a taste. All right, that'll bleed to death. She really has nothing to do. These guys are gonna say no, thank you. I would rather not have heals.
The slow death.
1 bleeds to death, no problem. Slice and dice is dodged effectively, great. Down to 1 health. Yeah, the thirst. Oh, he's just stressing everybody out.
Their formation is broken.
Ooh,
Maintain the offensive.
I think we got through this fight without anyone taking any damage, which is good. But stress is starting to run high,
By inches.
and we don't have any blood. And even if we had blood, I am very stressed out at the mistake I made. Alright, so we're gonna camp when we hit this next room. Oh, you jerk.
A handsome reward.
It had blood in it!
Task well performed.
Ah, you klepto SOB. You ruined your own life. You took it, and then you did nothing with it. Oh, it's infuriating. Okay, he's gonna taunt people.
Executed with
1 spider
impunity.
dead. I think we're in best shape if we attack single targets. We missed, of course, which is bad news.
To a killing blow.
And that crit isn't good, especially given Renault's stress, but maybe he'll become virtuous. It's possible. Too faint, but have you any blood? He passes. Alright, we'll continue to try and work these guys down one at a time. Our flagellant should be able to do good damage. Assuming he doesn't pass. Oh, instead he decided he wanted other people's debuffs. Okay, this fight not going well, considering what an easy fight it should be. It concerns me when I think about, like, more difficult encounters if we wind up in a situation like this in the future. Oh, and Rinaldi's about to snap. And then possibly die. That's another possibility. I don't know how this wasting sickness works. I don't know how many more steps he has before he... Oh, thank God.
This expedition
Alright, you
promises success.
drink that. Now he's passive. You were craving first, so you next. Alright, now she's raging. And then we take what we have, and it all fits, that's good. Let's open the strongbox. It was trapped. He gets more blight. I mean, yeah, that might kill him. Let's camp here. Maybe we have something that can cleanse those things. Benefits of camping. I know the benefits of camping, thank you.
Rats in a maze.
Alright. Lots of stress. Let's see if we can... Do we have anything that fixes anything? Heal. There we go. This Lash's Kiss will get rid of those. This will reduce everyone's stress. We can drop his stress down, which might be useful. We want a bandit sense so we don't get ambushed. And that's gonna be 9 damage, 15 damage, and he has a total of 26 health. But he has that really powerful heal, so maybe instead we use Lash's Solstice. That's pretty good. Then we do Zealous Speech. That's good for everybody. And we'll just have to kind of deal with everything else. Our Vesta will just be required to keep everyone healthy.
In Radiance, may we find
I
victory.
think we've pulled out from this error. All right, let's see what's in the bag.
Glittering gold, trinkets and
Yes, sir.
baubles,
Oh, you're just hit
paid
wasting?
for in blood.
You're just craving. All right. I mean, if we get one more of these, that's fine. Oh, so much damage people are taking. We don't have any more torches, of course, so a couple more rooms to explore. There was combat here, so we had to come here. I'm not gonna do this. We're gonna just do some damage. Not as powerful in this zone because of all the skeleton enemies. We're gonna do some spread healing. And I think tracking shot only works once, and it's a damage bonus. I feel like it would need to give way more damage for that to be valuable. I was hoping that would get a kill. No luck. Alright, so everything survived the first round, and is doing a fair amount of damage to us. Okay. We dodged a lot of them. Don't pass. Yeah, I can smell their blood. He wants to go forward. That's fine. He can still grape shot, which is what I wanted. We can smite this. And then from here, I think we reclaim... Oh, no. We, clear mark target, transfer blight, transfer bleed. Reclaim, we give them a health and we give us a bleed. Let's do that. That'll hopefully restore some health. Oh, he's gonna refuse the heal. And if we get our flagellant down into death blow range, he becomes a combat monster, which is great news. Oh, he's gonna pass, but you're the only one who could reach them, you jerk. Alright, well. Let's try and pass around some healing. Very nice.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Oh. I will taste you and nothing will stop me. Ugh. Alright, this fight's going on longer than I would like. But basically fighting with a group of afflicted heroes. We'll clear away those corpses so that we can deal with these archers next round at the very least. Alright, Dismas gonna march up and do a considerable amount of damage. Very nice. He's still hurting, so we might as well... Oh, he's gonna refuse it? Can we do it? No. Well then... I don't even know what to do. I am just gonna do this to hopefully heal myself. Perfect. Alright. Can we heal this moss now? Yes, it let us. Alright. We're fine. I think we only have one combat left. We may have two. We need to get our team back in their proper order. Lots of loot. Lots and lots of loot.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is
let's
slow
bandage
and
away
insidious killer.
this wound just so that we do something with the bandage. Then we can open up this with the skeleton key, so that gets used. We replaced more bandages. It did not contain blood, which is unfortunate. The painting is probably more important than the bandages, so we'll just leave those behind. We picked up the scouting, so now we will know definitively what's going on. Except for it didn't give us the other hallway. So, yes, does it contain blood? It doesn't.
Laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Right, so the shovels are going to get used here in a moment. This is another journal page, which would be nice to get, but shouldn't be considered a high priority.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing
Let's
passage.
get everyone in their proper positions so that we can fight effectively if we run into enemies. And we have a combat in this room with a treasure chest, so if we have another key, we'll have something to do with it. We have surprised them, and everyone's in a better position, so I think, assuming that we properly fight... Alright, that'll bleed to death. Perfect. That's a one-hit kill, which I like. Let's try and top Dismas off if he lets us, and he did. Smite. Okay, killing 3 units in the first round is excellent for this group at the moment. They're coming out of here with a lot of stress, so profit-wise, I don't know if this is going to turn out to be a good endeavor. Alright, one person refused healing. That's fine. We'll pick up that kill. If these guys drop a key, we've got an option. They did not drop a key.
Triumphant pride
But everything else
precipitates
stacked.
dizzy
We're going to continue
fall.
adventuring because I would like to know what's in these hallways. And that's going to get a little bit risky for us. But if we can find some more blood, it wouldn't do us, it would benefit us. Okay, let's go after the supplicant. That'll bleed to death now. Let's go after this supplicant. That one will not bleed to death immediately. Not sure how I feel about healing our flagellant. Okay, a couple of weak things here, so maybe we can use grape shot to finish these guys off, but they're gonna get some healing. All right, he resisted the curse, which is very good. Alright, more stress for Reynald. He's also stunned, which is going to slow us down. Best to heal. She doesn't have any offensive actions, which is unfortunate right now. Alright, couple of bleeds out there. If we spread out the damage, we should hopefully be able to kill all three of these with one attack from Grape Shot. We did. That's some stress relief. We picked up some more blood.
Foolish horrors
Craving,
brought low and
bloodlust,
driven into the mud.
normal. So we will drink the blood. Now, Dismas is bloodlusted. And we've got a high quality trinket here. And I think we can fit it in somebody's inventory. Increased accuracy. Not amazing, but... Yeah, follow the true light, great. Alright, we're gonna be in darkness. We can backtrack through these rooms. There are 3 hallways left to explore. And as long as we have enough food, I see no reason not to check them out. We could get a key.
Darkness closes in.
Oh, okay.
Haunting the hearts of men.
Nope. Oh, they're freaking out. Okay. They don't like to go backwards. But we don't have a shovel, so... There's our first hunger check. We can survive one more of them. Well, I mean, we can probably survive more than that. But... Inside this sack is a little bit of gold.
Only the first test.
I don't know if 150 gold was worth what we've endured so far. This hallway. Right into a trap.
Watch your step.
That's gonna push his resolve. And now he's abusive. Ah, bugger. And we got one of these. This is gonna be trapped. If you open it, yeah, that's just gonna be trapped. Now he's bleeding. What do you think? You think there's a possibility there's something useful on the other side of this hallway that we haven't explored yet? Seems unlikely. Got 2 tiles to explore. One of them was a trap.
Ambushed by
And one of them's a pack, and Reynald's gonna steal it. Ha! At least you got nothing. I also got nothing, so... Really not good enough.
to rest.
Not good for any of us.
Remanded to their abyss.
Alright, we got 12,700 gold from this run. We didn't lose anyone to the blood. We were fortunate enough to collect what we needed. We picked up a couple of negative traits. One of them is Fear of Mankind, which I don't like having. Helomania is obsessed with material things. So let's return to town.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Now we've got to put Reynold into the transept. We can be fine with our flagellant. That's fine. There's no problems there. Kenna, though, let's put her in, and then Dismas as well. Okay, so we got all our vampires in the same area, so no one else will get infected by them. We've opened up the ability to do things with the
stalwart survivor.
With the survivalist,
Instructor.
and we also access
Trinkets
the
and charms
nomad wagons.
gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
What is worth upgrading at this point? We probably want to get... Blacksmith is fine. This requires rank 3 heroes, which we're very close to, so maybe we don't do the upgrade yet, because we want to get those guys upgraded when they hit rank 3, otherwise they're not going to survive. We did push the ruins up to uncover the first boss, so once Reynold and Dismas and Kinna are prepared, we can actually take them to fight a boss. We'll probably take them out with Bertrand as well, even though he's not the most effective in the ruins, but he is incredibly strong. 14 of 16, we can bring in a couple of people. Let's bring in a jester.
You will be laughing still at the end.
And let's take another Hellion. That sounds good.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
Alright, so we have trinkets. Let's unequip all our trinkets, see what we have. It's not a great selection, but it's, you know, not the worst. Okay, these are some man-at-arms items. I was noticing that certain abilities you can only use once per turn. So, like, where was it? Or once per combat? So, like, Bulwark. You can only use Bulwark once per battle, and I wonder if that goes up as you upgrade, but that's definitely a new limitation that was not in previous editions of Darkest Dungeon. So, how's our Crimson Curse is doing fine at the moment. We could try and cure Crazy Ivan's rabies so that his accuracy isn't nerfed. Or we could give him an accuracy trinket to compensate, right? Because we have a ranged accuracy trinket, plus 10 accuracy to ranged skills. So if we give that to Crazy Ivan, it balances out his accuracy on his Hound's attacks, which are, like, all his attacks are ranged, unless we put him in the front row, give him, like, Blackjack, which he's not currently set up to do. So I think we can leave him with rabies for now. Yeah, I think our best strategy right now is to send this team out. Maybe we do it like this. That's a pretty solid team. And that'll go out into the Weald in our next episode. Yeah, they do regular damage. I think that's good. We could also send them into the Cove. That wouldn't be a bad call either. With Shiro capable of doing additional damage to eldritch. So maybe we go into the cove. Well, that'll be tomorrow's problem, so it's just a little bit of forethought. I thank you for tuning in for this episode. I am really enjoying the changes to Darkest Dungeon that Crimson Court is bringing. It's given me a lot more to worry about, especially here in the early game. I don't know if that's going to continue to cause problems for me later in the game once we've got our economy fully functioning. Right now we're struggling to keep our money in place. We can't really afford to put everyone in stress relief or clear away diseases nonstop. With our current setup, though, we might want to consider like cleansing something. Obsessed with material things, fascinated with injury, wounds, and torture. These are things we want to get rid of, but the cost is so great. And, you can't... Dud hitter, zoophobia, it's so expensive to cleanse right now. But let's go ahead and put him under for Halomania. And we'll go with that. It's neat to have a... Oh, excuse me. It's neat to have a unit that you can operate at high stress and not have to cleanse that. We can just keep him afflicted, and it gives him a buff. And I don't know the details of the buff. Is it somewhere explained? Rapturous? We can't mouse over Rapturous, so it doesn't specifically say. I'm sure the details are out there on the internet somewhere, but I am keeping my eyes off of any wikis for now. We have a lot left to discover about this expansion. Once I have experienced what I feel is the majority of the content, I might go dig out for, fine-tuning of the information I've gathered. But for now, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the series. I hope you come back tomorrow. We're going to keep playing once a day, 30-minute, hour-long episodes. Some things you may have noticed that are different from the Radiant series. Naming structure-wise, I no longer put in subtitles in the videos. I'm just going to number them. I don't see any reason to go with that. It's just an extra hassle to try and come up with something and try to avoid overlaps. But other than that, same old, same old. We're going to keep going along. We're going to try and keep a calm, pleasant tone as we go and reduce panic, keep it at a bare minimum. So, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day.